All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and our home team. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now. This is Williams. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On second down now, it's Williams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Mike, check, 59. Blue down.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's third and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board. and go back and regroup.
Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Joey Bosa in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson from the shotgun. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 43. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's get it.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line.
First down, Chiefs.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Forced it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
You can't block me. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. We all take over.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll run out of the gun here, Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Here we go.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Mike's 50. Go.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his sixth touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. 4th and goal. The defense needed one more stand. They couldn't get it.
I just wonder if they were thinking heavy run here in that situation instead of being able to play the pass, and they were beaten on that possession.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Eckler. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Caught by Allen. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Throwing is Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check. 59. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike 5'9". It's coming this way. Here we go.
Jackson will throw again. Open man, it's Allen. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line.
Check, Nick.
And And Jackson throwing once more. Taking a deep shot here for... man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, L.A. Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got 11. 36.
Now Williams. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check. 49 to Mike.
Play action. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. This is taken at the 15. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Here we go. Set. 15 on it. 15 on it. They can't hang with us. Hey. Motion. Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Ready. Not a wolf. Mike's 59. Focus, defense, focus. Hands in. 59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59. Tighten up.
Now on second and 13, Jackson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Draw play. It's Eckler. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second and inches, Jackson on the screen. This is Eckler. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
It's 4th down.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Badgley able to punch this one through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the slack. Kill. Next box. Right. 59's Mike. Check. Watch the slack.
Now Jackson throwing again. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the 2nd half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Here we go. Here we go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the 44, Jackson complete. The tight end, Kelsey. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're
looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Not that time for Watkins.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Watch the safety creep. Check. Fresno.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. It's Hill, complete. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 32-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is caught by Watkins. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson, and it's complete to Kelsey. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point right down the middle. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Hey, let's get that ball, Dean.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Frank Clark just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, Looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a third down.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check. Here we go, D. Hey, just let up.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Williams. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Jackson looking to throw on third. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
First down, Chiefs.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, Williams. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
A first carry for Elijah McGuire. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They've been brilliant, perfect on fourth down so far. 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here.
He's crashing. He's checking crack.
Jackson throwing on fourth down. He is going to find Hill here. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
First down, Kansas City.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Ready? Check 31. Check 31.
They run it again with Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Ready? 56. Switch up. Switch up. That's up. Right. Over.
Jackson to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And the return will stop right around the 25. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Eckler, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Check 4.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike's 59. Mike's 50. That's what I do.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. Well, I think they knew that one was going to be a long shot, but in the end, it's looking like they're going to come up short.
And it's tough to really hang too much blame on your kicker here either. That would have been well above and beyond his range, and this will go down as a tough loss. They played well enough to win.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one.
Let's go now. 49. 49. Tackles.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
A loss of a yard on the play, and it's third down.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Kansas City, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.